Imagine for a moment a universe teeming with life, billions upon billions of stars, each a potential home to civilizations far grander, far more ancient than our own. Yet when we cast our instruments into the cosmic ocean, all we hear is silence, an echoing, deafening silence that has haunted scientists and philosophers for decades. This isn't just a lack of evidence, it's a profound, chilling paradox. What if the reason we haven't heard from them isn't because they don't exist, but because something far more terrifying is at play? What if the universe isn't just quiet, but enforced silent? To unravel this cosmic riddle, we must journey back to 1950, to a casual lunch conversation at Los Alamos National Laboratory. Nuclear physicist Enrico Fermi, while discussing UFOs, posed a simple yet utterly profound question. Where is everybody? His colleagues, absorbed in their daily routines, might have dismissed it as a passing thought. But Fermi, a mind capable of bridging the theoretical with observable reality, understood the weight of his own inquiry. The universe, according to our understanding of probability and vastness, should be crawling with advanced civilizations. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is estimated to contain up to 400 billion stars. Statistical models suggest that a significant fraction of these stars should host habitable planets. And given the sheer age of the universe, approximately 13.8 billion years, there has been ample time for intelligence to emerge, evolve, and spread across the galaxy. If even a tiny percentage of these planets developed life, some of it intelligent, and if a fraction of those civilizations mastered interstellar travel, or at least intergalactic communication, then the night sky should be ablaze with their signals. Our telescopes should be picking up alien broadcasts, Dyson spheres, or the faint light of megastructures. Instead, we are met with an unsettling, overwhelming emptiness. This glaring contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and the complete lack of verifiable evidence became known as the Fermi paradox. It's not just a scientific puzzle, it's a philosophical abyss, a question that stares into the heart of our own existence and asks, what if we're missing something fundamental? The initial explanations for this profound silence often lean towards the mundane. Perhaps interstellar travel is simply too difficult, too resource-intensive for any civilization to achieve on a galactic scale. The distances are truly enormous, the energy requirements staggering. Or maybe technologically advanced civilizations don't last very long. They ascend to a certain point only to collapse under their own weight, destroying themselves through war, environmental catastrophe, or technological singularity run amok. This concept introduces the chilling idea of the Great Filter. The Great Filter theorizes that somewhere along the evolutionary path from single-celled organisms to spacefaring civilizations, there exists a monumental roadblock, an event or condition that makes the emergence of intelligent, communicative life exceedingly rare. The terrifying question then becomes, where is our filter? Has it already happened for us, allowing us to be one of the lucky few to pass? Or more ominously, is it still ahead of us, a cataclysm yet to come that will extinguish humanity before we can reach the stars? But what if these explanations are far too optimistic? What if the silence isn't due to self-destruction or technological limitations, but something far more deliberate and malevolent? This brings us to one of the most chilling concepts in astrobiology, the dark forest theory, popularized by Chinese science fiction author Liu Cixin in his novel The Dark Forest. Imagine the universe as a vast dark forest, filled with countless hunters. Each hunter is a civilization, and they all operate under a single terrifying premise. If you detect another hunter, you must assume they are a threat. You must not reveal your presence, and if you find another, you must eliminate them swiftly and silently before they can eliminate you. Why? Because you cannot know their intentions. They might be peaceful, but they might also be aggressive, resource-hungry, or simply see you as a competitor. In a universe where distances are immense and communication takes eons, there's no way to verify intentions before it's too late. The safest bet, the only rational course of action for survival, is preemptive strike. So all advanced civilizations, understanding this deadly game, remain silent. They hide, they listen, they observe, but they never broadcast. Our constant, hopeful signals into space, like the Arecibo message, might not be a beacon of friendship, but a scream in the dark, a target marker for something we can't comprehend. If this theory holds true, then the silence isn't empty. It's heavy with the weight of unseen predators, lurking in the cosmic shadows, waiting for someone to make a sound. The implication is staggering. The reason we haven't found aliens is because they've all been killed, or just as terrifyingly, they are all listening, just like us, scared to death of what they might hear. Adding another layer of unsettling possibility is the simulation hypothesis. What if everything we perceive, every star, every galaxy, every conversation, is nothing more than a meticulously crafted computer program? Advanced civilizations, millennia ahead of us, might possess the computing power to simulate entire universes, complete with sentient beings who believe their reality is real. If this is true, then the Fermi paradox becomes moot. There are no other civilizations because the simulation hasn't included any. Or perhaps we are merely a small, isolated sandbox in a much larger, grander simulation. The silence we perceive isn't a cosmic mystery, it's a programmer's choice, a line of code. The truly unsettling aspect here is the lack of agency, the possibility that our entire existence, our quest for meaning and discovery, are merely pre-programmed narratives orchestrated by unseen entities playing a cosmic game. Some even argue that glitches in our reality, strange quantum phenomena, or unexplainable synchronicity might be subtle hints of the underlying code, momentary tears in the fabric of our simulated existence. Our perception of time and space, our very understanding of physics, could simply be the rules of this elaborate program. And if the simulation is designed to be a closed system, an experiment in isolation, then any attempt to communicate with an external reality would be futile, like trying to talk to the operating system from within a video game. The silence in this scenario is the ultimate firewall, a barrier built not of distance, but of code. What they discovered next changed everything. Or rather, the lack of discovery changed everything. The sheer absence of evidence, when all probabilities point to abundance, forces us to confront these truly terrifying possibilities. The universe, in all its majestic indifference, might be a far more hostile place than our romantic notions of spacefaring friends would suggest. The great filter could be our own self-destructive tendencies, or perhaps a cosmic event so devastating that it wipes out entire swaths of galactic life in an instant. The dark forest theory paints a picture of a universe where discretion isn't just wise, it's existential. Every signal is a declaration of war, every beacon a suicide note, and the simulation hypothesis transforms our grand cosmic stage into a cosmic cage, where our hopes and dreams are merely part of a larger, unseen script. We are sending out messages, beaming out our existence, our music, our failures, and our triumphs into a void that could either be truly empty or incredibly full of dangers we can't even begin to imagine. Perhaps the greatest act of self-preservation in the universe is not to listen, but to be unheard, to be a ghost in the cosmic machine. To this day, we may never truly know the truth behind the alien silence. The answers, if they exist, might be too profound, too terrifying, or too complex for our nascent species to comprehend. We continue to gaze at the stars, listening for a whisper, a sign, anything to break the deafening quiet. But with every passing year without a single confirmed alien signal, the implications of the Fermi paradox grow heavier, the shadows of the great filter and the dark forest theory grow longer. The universe in its vast, indifferent glory remains silent, and perhaps for our own survival, it's a silence we should learn to embrace. A silence that hides not absence, but something far more ancient, far more powerful, and far more dangerous than we can currently conceive. What if the most profound cosmic horror isn't meeting an alien, but realizing why we haven't met any? The real terror isn't in what's out there, but in the overwhelming, chilling possibility of what might have silenced it all. If you want more mysteries like this, the next video explores the strange case of the WOW signal and what it could truly mean for humanity's place in the cosmic quiet.